This is perhaps the most brain-breaking challenge that we had to face. Back at the university, when we were dealing with our researchers, the conceptual design and further put into validation was really straightforward. Idea, development, test, and analysis. It is true that this sequential set of actions are much the same when you attempt to put a concept into market. However, there is a big difference, and that's regulation. When you want to put a product in the market, it must comply with the current regulation. At the beginning, we thought of this as some technical requirements that your device had to meet, but practice proved us wrong. We had to study the current regulation and redesign almost completely the prototype where the concept was validated. At least this was our case. When we thought that the new design was able to pass the certification, we took it to the certified laboratories and submitted to the test. This included electromagnetic compatibility, electric rigidity, mechanical resistance, and photobiology compatibility, among others. One interesting remark is that some of these tests are destructive. In this first attempt, we didn't pass on the test, and had to come back to design phase and change some details and look for providers that would supply us with certified materials for these tests. Additionally, since our product is a medical device, we began with the clinical research phase. This is really a slow process that requires a lot of paperwork and effort to prove that the technology does what you claim it does. The first step is to get the authorization to the corresponding authorities to begin with clinical trials. This part involves the experiment design of protocols that has to be approved by the corresponding ethical committee. That, of course, it is not straightforward, and there is a lot of feedback and enhancement on the protocols until it is finally approved. Then you have to present all the documents that certifies that you passed all the technical regulations. And when you are allowed to begin clinical trials, you have to gather all the data until you reach the number of samples defined by the protocols, analyze them, compare them with scientific evidence, and present a report with the main conclusions. Then the notified organism must analyze all the evidence collected and state whether the technology does what it is supposed to do. If everything is correct, then you have to request the permit for medical device manufacturer. That is another part of paperwork that also requires documentation from your suppliers and manufacturers, and finally request the CE mark for medical device. There is another interesting aspect, is that during this period of certification and regulation, there should be efforts dedicated to the market and business development in order that one can sell the product the next day you get the CE mark. This process of taking the concept from the laboratory to the market might last, in the best case, at least 18 months. 18 months where the company is operating 100% just to comply with the regulation without selling nothing. Would it take us back to the importance of the first financial support?